Welcome back and thanks for joining. So I believe there's two parts to the answer. Number one, a person that suffers from depression, from anxiety, from an addiction, one day or another, there's a very good chance they're going to seek help. Usually it happens after they go into a relationship and the person wants to leave the relationship. Otherwise, very few actually go for help before they enter into a relationship because they think they can work around it. And there's enough pockets and holes and caves that I call denial. But once you have someone in your face saying, hey, every night a beer, every Saturday a beer, you're constantly holding your phone, you can't leave go. And sometimes after years you wake up and say, you know what, okay, I'm going to go for help. One day, the person that can't sleep, of course they go for help. Sadly, they just get pills and poof, and it doesn't take away the core of the problem, but it takes away the symptom, and now they could sleep. Anxiety. I'm not a big fan of long-term pills. I'm a big fan of healing deep and emotionally, temporarily. Of course, pills might be an awesome and amazing thing. Here is the problem with the only emotional disorder that I know. Could be there's more. There's only one emotional, psychological disorder, which is narcissism. They really deeply believe, obviously because of a very low self-esteem, that they are the greatest, they are the smartest, and they are the best in the world. They are the last person ever going to go for therapy. And it's very difficult. I've seen different people talk about narcissism is very difficult to heal. And I'm not sure if the reason is because it's difficult to heal or it's difficult because you're never going to see a narcissist in your office. And I have found narcissists did go for help. But when they go for help, you will notice something very interesting. They go from one therapist to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, because the therapist did not listen to them. The therapist did not listen to them. They are really the smartest, and they believe it. Therefore, I have love and compassion, because the bottom line is they are not living a real life. Yes, they are smart, they are intelligent, they are good people, but they have an emotional disorder. They have an emotional disorder, and this emotional disorder does not allow them to do well in business. This emotional disorder does not allow them to sleep properly, does not let them function. I have maybe 20, 30 stories, but I'm just going to share maybe 3. One story is within business that I was personally involved in. There was a business that wasn't going too well, and the numbers were going down on a constant basis. I felt honored that I was approached, and I don't need too much intelligence to help. I just suggested something that I've learned from other various huge companies, multi-billion-dollar companies, something that wasn't done in the past, but humans are becoming smarter as time goes on, the world is becoming greater, and they asked for feedback, constructive criticism, and what happens is no one wants to hear criticism, but we love if you're intelligent and you're grounded, you want to hear criticism because that will help you become better as a company and to get your sales to come up as you desperately want. So in the most sensitive way, I turn to this guy and I say, do you have any program, because there's various ways how to do it, where you get feedback from your customers, from your clients, and in that way you could sense, instead of spending who knows how much money sitting with me and just going through theoretical stuff that you can become better within your company, or finding out which department within your company, find out from the most important people from your company, that is your clients. That is the people that get your numbers to go up or down. And there was silence. And he looked at me, smiled, and he said, that's one thing I do not want to do. And very respectfully I said, why? He says, I have a feeling, I know what people's responses will be, what people's reviews are going to be. I'd rather not. The rest of the conversation is not important. for this YouTube. So a person over here, that's why I love them. That's why I have compassion. That's why I cry for them. Your numbers are going down. You want to make a greater profit. You want a greater margin. You want greater success. You want to go ahead of the competition. You want to build. Yet the most important thing to do that you don't want to do because of the illness of narcissism. Please tune into the next clip and we'll give you the other 2 stories. Thanks for listening.